We often misunderstand mood swings in women without understanding the hormones behind them. Fatigue, brain fog, irritability, they're not random, they're signals. And as well being become a global priority, understanding women's hormone is more important than ever. Today on Voice of Impacts, we are joined by Mrs. A. Gillel, bar master trainer and expert in women's hormone health. Let's dive in. So from here, we'll get into the most important topic for the day. That is the women's hormone, women's health, hormonal health at 40, and that is one of your expertise as well. And as part of the research, when I know that you're going to come and this is your expertise. So I also wanted to know like what is happening. So I've seen a lot of new studies that is happening in the field of perimenopause or premenopause and the symptoms, and now people started understanding it more. So if you can give me a little bit of your background, how did you get into it and how was your journey? Because being a woman, probably you must have experienced, must have seen people, and I want to know about your story.
So I've always been obsessed with remedies, biohacking, trying natural things to change something in the body, to change something in the mental clarity, to change. So this was always been something that I was big in, supplementation, all of that. And but the reason why I did a deep dive into hormonal health specifically, because turning 40 specifically, really, it's so funny. It's like a switch for us women. A lot of things stopped working, you know?
And so you'll be having no clue about it.
I started having extreme back pain, which I would say it's because of the inflammation that comes with perimenopause. I started losing sleep. I've always been a great sleeper with my 9 hours. Don't envy me. I know not many people sleep 9 hours. I was one of those people that just falls asleep, 9 hours, wakes up, full of energy. I started feeling that I was always a hyperactive person. But I would be like completely out of it at like as soon as the sun comes down. So all of this made me try to research online, start to talk to medical practitioners. I want to say my gynecologist is amazing. She's also a functional medicine doctor. So when I started losing sleep specifically, I went back to her and we started discussing and doing labs and running labs and realizing that so many things were off. So do you want me to go into deep details about what goes off? So for example, progesterone is a hormone that every woman has. This is the hormone that rises when you're pregnant.
Absolutely.
But also it's the first one that starts getting depleted in your 40s. Way before you hit menopause. So if you are a very, and again, I'm going back to energies and self-aware, you will notice when you realize on the labs it's showing low, you will see that you are more anxious, you are more irritable, your sleep, you're waking up at 2 a.m. in the morning, tossing and turning and not knowing what's wrong. So this is one of the first symptoms that start to show that you have to be really in tune with your body to actually feel it and start researching what happens.
Absolutely. And we can't expect a lot of people are self-aware as you do. And most of the people have no clue, like after 40s, like what is happening to me, and the people around them also will not understand why this person is, acting differently. So this is leading into the next question. What is I want to know the physical and emotional symptoms of PMS.
So of PMS in general, there's so many, and every woman is different, and some women have shorter cycles and some women have longer cycles. There's the 28 cycle, there's the 35 cycle, but usually it's like a roller coaster. You start your cycle full of energy, full of hope, full of dreams, and then you start losing a little bit of your energy, and then you start becoming anxious and angry. And then you start becoming depressed. And then it all starts all over again. And I was just speaking with a friend of mine that for women in power and in powerful positions in corporate lives, nothing accounts for that.
Yeah.
She's expected to perform exactly like the man who has none of this going on. Absolutely. He might be a little bit upset or angry or groggy because he didn't sleep well.
Yeah.
But the woman, this is what happens in a woman's life cycle of a month.
Yeah.
And it's a lot and it's intense, but it's considered
in
to be normal.
In fact, while I was going through some of the research material, it is said like now the people have got like more aware of things, but earlier it used to they used to use it against women who are working women, where when they reach premenopause or perimenopause, and they say it's like no, this person is not fit for the job because there's a lot of mood swings.
Brain fog and mood swings and grogginess. And a friend of mine also was just telling me, so once you start speaking about this, like I told you before the interview, a lot more women started opening up to me, because everybody was brushing it off because they thought it's like, God, it's just in my head. It is not just in my head. One of my friends who's working also in a corporate environment, she's like, even my math calculations got worse. The brain fog is so bad that I'm miscalculating things that I used to ace, So it is all very real. And
absolutely. And that kind of like affect our self-confidence as well, because 100%. We have no ideas like what is going on, and then it is happening, which comes into the men, where I think most of us are now, at least we are trying to make an effort to understand and to get aware of it. Even if we get complete awareness of it, we will never go through the things that you guys go through. But at the same time, in a traditional family setup, men or the husband would be the immediate, the support system for the woman. So how a husband can be a support system, and how he should behave?
First of all, I think it's women's job all over the world to educate men about this phase. And that's why this whole, let's say, hormonal balance revolution is happening, and it's going viral, and it's becoming very important.
Yeah.
Because the men need to be educated and understand that she's not just being, groggy, or she's not just being, oh my God, she's being so moody. It is actually physical. It is not just emotional or mental.
And she herself doesn't have any control over it.
And you don't have any control until you start really working on your biohacking and looking into hormone therapy and supplementation and eating right and doing your due diligence on what works for a woman in this phase of life. Because this phase of life is, let's say, the non-childbearing phase. So your body is slowing down crazily.
Yeah.
But then again, you're still expected to look after your kids who are probably preteens or teenagers at this time.
Yeah.
Your parents are getting old and you're required to look after them.
Yeah.
Your husband is, maybe if he has a very demanding job, he needs your support more, because as he becomes more senior, he needs more support. So a lot is actually asked of you at this phase in life, when your body is actually slowing down and doing everything slower, more anxiously, more, so it's a big struggle. So you need to educate your husbands. I think I'm doing that with mine.
Yeah.
And he's starting to understand, but it's not easy.
But still, don't you think it's like men are more willing to learn or to be open?
Thanks social media for that.
Yeah.
Thanks social media for that, because they would not do a deep dive, or they would not. I mean, unless they are amazing, or they have the time, they will not sit and research perimenopause. Again, it is not their job. They are supportive, like you said, they're a pillar to support you in this part of your life, but they just need to be educated and know that it's not in your head, and that it is real, and it's our job as women to educate them.
Yeah.
And that's why I've started doing what I do, and that's why I took this Harvard course that is actually meant to be for medical practitioners. It's not meant to be for a normal person, but I wanted to have all of the scientific data and to be science-backed in order that when I try to educate my husband and educate other women to educate their spouses, that I actually know enough.
All right.
And also to hack into my own body and support it.
So you've been talking about biohacking. How do you do it? How do you approach it?
So I can't claim to be 100% biohacker myself. I require the help of others and professionals to help me in that journey. So just a disclaimer. But again, for the past, I want to say 10 years or maybe more, I've always... I didn't like the regular way or the traditional way of how physicians deal with symptoms. So for example, a cardiologist, a gynecologist, a dermatologist, I believe that everything is connected and everything is, the body needs to be viewed holistically. And that's also when I started seeing functional medicine doctors. So a functional medicine doctor is someone that doesn't just look at your skin and says, oh, put this cream on it. Why is your skin reacting? Why do you have eczema?
They look at the symptoms.
What's going on in your gut? What is happening with your thyroid? What is happening with your vitamin deficiencies and which vitamins need to be supplemented? So this is how you biohack your system. And when it comes to hormone imbalance, which hormones are low at which times of your cycle, and you need to supplement that. And when you supplement, do you use artificial sources or do you use bioidentical sources? So for example, if your progesterone is low, you don't just go and take lab
pills.
Progesterone. No, you use the bioidentical one, which is made from yams. If you have gut dysbiosis, which is the biggest cause of most of illnesses, what do? Do you first check if you have a leaky gut and you close the leaky gut, and then you start to work on the microbiome, which is balance the good bacteria with the bad bacteria? Do you have parasites? Do you have? So it's a very long process journey. And again, it's ongoing, and it's just, but the most important thing is that nothing in your body just is alone. Everything is connected and everything is holistic. And I always tell my husband, in another life, I studied marketing, by the way. So in another life, I would have never chosen to study marketing because I actually suck at marketing. I would have become a physician and a functional medicine doctor. And maybe I will someday, who knows? I love learning, but yeah.
I think that's the good space to ask you, how did you get into the hormone and bar? I mean, these are two things which you teach right now.
Yes, exactly. So bar was love at first pulse. In my 30s, my second child had just turned 2 and he needed me less. He was going to nursery. I was doing all of these HIIT exercises and high intensity. And at 8 a.m, as soon as I opened my eyes, and I was doing intermittent fasting because I wanted to lose the baby weight. And this is what was being told women at that time. This is what you're supposed to do. But actually, all of this, it felt fun. I was happy. I was energetic. I was full of energy in my 30s. I would be jumping up and down all day, literally. If anybody that knows me well knew that this is what I was doing. But my nervous system was not regulated. There was something off. Again, I wasn't feeling well.
That is in late 30s.
That is in mid
30s.
Early 30s. The 30s, all of it. I think I started paying more attention to what works for me and what doesn't work for me in my mid 30s. And that's when I was like, I'm not gonna do these intense classes. I don't feel great for the rest of the day. Yes, I'm building muscle. Yes, I might be losing a little bit of weight, but I'm hangry and cranky and so I started listening to my body. And then a friend just said, let's go to a bar class. And then it was bar at, love at first pulse. It was everything that I loved, but toned down, done properly, with amazing music playing, with matching the beat, which is a bit dancey, which I love. I was feeling every movement. I was not rushing. So I was like, this is good. Let me take a course. I took a course. I'm not going to name the brand because I hated it. And then I was like, this is it. No, this is not good. And I kept researching bar methods online. And then I came bar intensity, which is the bar method that I teach and I represent here in the Middle East and Europe now.
All right.
And then it was like, oh my God, it is bar, but it's intense.
Okay.
But with purpose, with precision, with control. So, and remember, I was talking...
You developed your own way of...
No, I did not. I did not. I just represented this brand, but it was so close to who I was. I felt like I did not need to develop my own because it was
already there. Yeah.
I got in touch with the CEO. We clicked automatically and quickly. And I was like, you know what, guys, I'm bringing you to Dubai. I paid out of my pocket a lot of money because I wasn't working back then to fly her in, to book a studio, to rent it. And it was a big success. We had people fly in from Russia, from Lebanon, from Kuwait, from, there was no Egypt back then, from the UK. Everybody came to take the course and it was a huge success. And then when I saw how rewarding it is to be a master trainer and to train the trainers and how much impact this master trainer and the CEO of Bar Intensity is, I was like, you know what? I want to be a master trainer. And then I started that journey as well.
And now you're creating a community and making impact in the society in that way.
It is one of the best things to have one of your trainees launch her career or see her teach a class the way you've taught her, or have her message me back and tell me, I'm struggling with this choreography. What do I do? How do I cue it? This is the most rewarding part of this. I'm helping women that are stuck relaunch their careers. So maybe they're Pilates instructors, maybe they are PTs, maybe they are yoga trainers, maybe they are none of the above and they want to start. And I am there supporting them every single second and in every step. So this is where it was like for me. And no, I never thought of, even though my husband keeps telling me, why don't you build your own brand? Which I essentially could, but I just felt very connected to Bar Intensity and I believe in this brand a lot. So now I've made it a mission to spread. I've been doing it for almost 10 years, but now I've made it I've been doing it in Dubai and now I'm traveling to Kuwait, to Egypt, to Saudi. We're doing Greece. We're doing Jordan. We haven't done those, but I'm going back to Jeddah. So I've made it a mission to spread this method because there's no need to reinvent the wheel.
Correct. The system is already there. They just need to spread it. Beautiful. So coming back to the hormonal imbalance, what you were talking about the food, the essential food that kind of like help you to overcome these symptoms or the effect of it. So what are the food habit one should have?
So again, in our 30s, we were told if you want to lose weight, if you want to look good, if you want to build muscle, you do your intensity workout or you do your strength training fasted. Okay. All the research that has been done has always been done on men. If you go and work out fasted, you're going to build the muscles in 1 hour. I work out for hours. Exactly like this. This does not work for women. Because when you don't fuel your body gets the signal that, oh my God, I need to go into fight or flight. Your cortisol spikes. And then you actually don't build muscles. Your nervous system becomes dysregulated and your body stops building. It actually starts depleting. So when your cortisol is high, it depletes your progesterone and then it takes you into perimenopause at a huge disadvantage. You go into something called adrenal fatigue. And basically, it's a mess. So you need to fuel your body well. I'm not a nutritionist, so I cannot preach in this area. I will be soon. Again, one of the things I'm working on. But definitely the research is, and I feel very strongly about this, it might work for a few women, very, very few women, but working out and exercising and doing physically demanding things fasted is the worst thing you can do as a woman.
So I was actually, when you said, was actually going through the research which said like there was a study which was conducted, but the study was not claiming that the higher percentage, but and it is done on the women in 60s, Mediterranean food was kind of like affecting positively, but at the same time, it hasn't drawn into any solid conclusion that it can trigger. And another very interesting data which I've pulled out was this has been done by a mobile app, and they've done quite a number of people and 140 countries. Uh, One side we talk about the food habit and a certain kind of a diet, but one of the major symptoms that they've seen, the craving, food craving during the
Yes, of course.
perimenopause, and the second was the mood swings, and third was fatigue. So what do you do, like when do you have a craving? You kind of like let yourself do it, or how does it work?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And then again, I'm funny enough, after all of that I said, I'm not a very disciplined person.
Okay.
So if I want my cake, I will eat it. If I need chocolate, I will eat it. If I feel like I'm craving cheese, I will eat it. And these are more or less the things that I crave in my diet when I have cravings, or salty things.
Okay.
But I also believe when you're depleted in something, your body craves it.
Yeah. So that's perfectly okay to kind of like not overdoing it, but to kind of satisfy the immediate
The
urge.
cravings, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I believe in moderation in general in life. I don't believe that anything should be black and white.
Okay.
I don't like extremes.
Anything in moderation.
I don't
will
like
do
extremes
good. Yeah. Okay.
at all. Not
Okay.
in food, not in diet, not in exercising, not in raising children,
Yeah.
not in... I hate extremes. I have friends that have gone from, I don't know, being eating, I don't know, 6 meals a day, all fatty, all unhealthy things, to having only salad.
Yeah.
To me, this equation, is completely wrong. I don't believe in that.
All right. And what are the lifestyle choices that impact our hormonal imbalance?
Sleep.
Okay.
So you have to prioritize sleep. So like I told you, back in the day, I used to have FOMO. If there's an outing, I have to go. If there's a party, I have to go.
Okay.
But now, like I said, when the sun goes down, I am pooped.
Okay.
I just told my husband this word yesterday. He's like, is that a word? Yes, it is. I'm completely wiped out.
Yeah.
And I will not jeopardize my peace or
Over
my
anything.
need for sleep
Yeah.
even though social life is very important and I value my friends dearly, near and far, here in Dubai and back home.
Okay.
But I will not jeopardize my peace, my need to sleep, my downtime,
Okay.
just to, see someone out for dinner and drinks. I will not do this anymore.
Okay.
But what was the question again?
Sleep was priority. I was asking you the lifestyle.
the
How does
choices I
lifestyle
prioritize, yes.
impact
So-
your hormonal imbalance?
So sleep is very important. Being outdoors is very important.
Okay.
So I need to see green or
Okay.
blue
Okay.
to for my own inner peace.
Okay.
And I recommend everyone that works a tough 9 to 5 or 9 to 9 that
Yeah.
they have to be outside or do
Okay.
something outdoorsy
Okay.
at some point
So
in
the
time.
workout is also very important.
Yes. So it doesn't even have to be a workout. If a workout doesn't fit into your life, go
Okay.
for a walk.
Okay.
If you have injuries and you can't lift heavy, go
Okay.
for a walk.
Okay. Okay.
So even when it's super hot outside, I mean, I wouldn't say walk indoors, but yeah, you need to be outside.
Okay.
And I know this sounds cliched, and grounding is important.
Okay.
Being in nature is very
Okay.
important.
Probably walking
Sand,
barefoot.
grass,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. It's small little things like this
Okay.
that go a long way.
Okay.
What else do I prioritize? Spending time with family,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
As much as I teach my kids, they teach me small little things too. And
Yeah.
they teach me things about myself.
All right.
So
So give and
that
take,
also,
the learning,
yeah.
and we have a lot of learn from them as well. Like
Exactly.
I mean, it says like we as a parents, we are not teaching them anything, but you can probably learn few things from them.
Yeah, and you learn things about the kind of person you are.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And fueling your body
Okay,
with good
with good food.
with good food.
And is there any supplements that you should And
It is very long.
Okay, when should you start taking supplements, and what are the supplements which kind of like help
Feel
you?
unwell. Okay. That's where my whole biohacking journey felt. I was feeling like shit.
Okay.
I felt like something was off.
Okay.
I went to the doctors. They told me you're fine.
Okay.
And then went to a functional medicine doctor, and she's like, "No, you're not fine.
Okay.
You have hypothyroidism.
Okay.
You're depleted in vitamin D.
Okay.
And then this took me through another journey of deep diving, and this is personal research. Okay. This is no certification or anything of how supplements really work with me and help support me. I believe the list is very long. I think I need a specific interview for that.
Yeah.
But things that are very important are vitamin D coupled with K2 and a good source of vitamin D. I'm a big
B12 and...
I mean, B12 is important, but if you're not depleted in it, you don't specifically need it.
Okay.
I believe in zinc and a specific kind of zinc. It's called zinc picolinate because it's more bioavailable.
Okay.
Ferritin, every woman should check her ferritin because if your ferritin is low, it's a big deal and it messes with everything.
Okay.
Specifically brain fog and hair health and things like that.
Okay.
I believe in NAC.
Okay.
It's a precursor for something called glutathione, which helps build cells and stuff.
Okay.
When it was COVID time, NAC went out of stock everywhere in the world because people were healing by just taking NAC.
Okay.
It's also amazing for liver health. I believe in so many things. My supplements drawer is scary, and I cycle them.
Okay.
I believe in choline for brain health and omega-3s, but also a very good kind, and the DHEA and the EPA need to be of a certain.
Okay.
So it's a world of its own, really.
Okay.
But yeah.
So when a person, a woman who's getting into a premenopause, PMS or PMS in that matter, and she's not aware, she's not very bodily aware of or self-aware person, and all of a sudden this is all affecting her, and it is affecting her surroundings, her family, her people close to them, and they're also not understanding. So when should a person go and consult a doctor or a support, and who should she go and take the support from?
I think it's the same things that we just talked about. Energy levels.
Okay.
Sleep. If the sleep is disrupted, it is not normal. It is not okay.
Okay.
It is either something that has to do with your hormones, and insulin also fluctuates in perimenopause. Insulin is also a hormone.
Okay.
So maybe she's starting to be insulin insensitive, or I would say sleep, energy levels, brain fog, anxiety, and irritability. And for some women, they go into really nasty depression bouts.
Okay.
And again, when I started speaking about this, women started opening up to me and coming and telling me, I sit in my car and I cry, like, this is not okay. This is not okay.
Absolutely.
So the second you feel unwell, I would first, if you're above 40, you need to go find a very good gynecologist that is actually testing and doing the right labs, because again, doing the correct labs is key.
Okay.
So not just someone that tests your, for example, they test your TSH and they don't test the rest of the things for your thyroid, which is free T3 and free T4. Or someone that just tests your estrogen at a specific time in your cycle and doesn't test your DHEA or your progesterone or your testosterone. Funny enough, in perimenopause, our testosterone drops too. And it affects us really badly, especially when it comes to physical performance, energy levels, and brain fog. Who would have thought? Like the research now, it's all the rage, because research now is showing that women also need testosterone, which becomes depleted. But obviously the right level.
The good thing is, I think the good thing is a lot more research which is happening, and as they dive into understanding women's body or mind, I think it's like there should be like a lot more research has to.
There are a lot more research now going on, and initiatives, and communities, medical communities.
Okay.
And one of the biggest things that happened, I want to say in 2025, was for the longest time, hormone therapy had a black label on it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is another thing, which is there is a lot of myth around hormonal therapy.
It wasn't really a myth. It was a study that was done really badly. I don't remember which year exactly. But basically, they brought a bunch of obese women with diabetes and the cardiovascular issues and gave them hormone therapy and then found out that their bodies are responding badly, but they were already sickened to begin with. And this study was the reason why a lot of hormone therapy was black labeled for the longest time. And people were scared and, oh my God, it's going to bring me breast cancer. And so that's why people were all avoiding it. And it's so dangerous and it's so bad. I hear this from so many other women also that are old school. And then they just removed this ban last year because the study was deemed medically or scientifically or whatever you call it. It was not done. It didn't have the right...
material to your samples.
So all of a sudden now there is this cloud that is being removed from...
It's cleared. So now it is hormonal therapy. Hormonal therapy is estrogen therapy, right?
No. Actually, it's all of the things that I talked about. So actually the scientific term is not HRT. HRT is what people are using on social media, which is fine. It is actually called menopausal hormone therapy. So this is what I learned from my Harvard certificate course. And basically it is estrogen, and there are different types of estrogen and different delivery systems of estrogen. There are patches, there are creams, there are tablets. There are rings, there's all sorts of things. It is also progesterone. It is also, and progesterone also comes in different forms. And I just learned that some women have progesterone intolerance. So also you have to know the right type of progesterone for you.
Absolutely.
There is testosterone, which is very big at the moment, and it's being delivered transdermally. There is DHEA, which is the precursor for these things. And then you need to always be in touch with your cortisol levels, because cortisol is the stress hormone. And it messes with progesterone. And then when progesterone and estrogen have a relationship, if one is up, the other is down. So you have to, so much is going on. And then if you're an athlete, all of this is completely different. And then, so there's this amazing podcast that I would like to attach at the end of this interview. That it gives a lot of knowledge. It was done with 5 different professionals that deal with women, whether it's fertility, training athletes, like professional athletes, gynecologists, a scientist. And they talk a lot about how a lot of the things were normalized back in the day. For example, for athletes, it was normal for them to skip their periods completely and never get it. This is so not okay. This is a big red flag that should be handled. Otherwise, you are deeming this person to a life of sickness, for example. So it's
stuff like that. And a lot of things are surfacing and it's coming out. And how there's another big, like you're talking about the sleep. Sleep is something which most of the people are not getting it right. And magnesium is another, on social media, all over the places, there are gummies and there are pills and stuff, magnesium gummies.
Glycinate.
Yeah. So how good it is it okay to take it, or?
I mean, again, you can always run labs to see your magnesium levels. For example, I was depleted. My magnesium, I was good on a lot of things after I started my biohacking, but my magnesium continued to be low. Magnesium glycinate is very good if you have trouble with sleeping at night. First of all, it's bioavailable. So it's easily absorbed. Second of all, it works on relaxation, so it helps with sleep. But there are also other types of magnesium, like magnesium L-threonate, which is better taking during the day because it actually works on brain clarity. So, I mean, it's a sea out there. It's a world of supplements. But yes, magnesium is very good. I take it sometimes when I have trouble sleeping. Yes.
And if somebody wants to kind of like take help and do the therapy with you for hormonal imbalance, how does that work? Like, how do they reach and what is the process?
It will be something soon.
Not started yet.
I haven't started yet. I'm just supporting with the knowledge that I have through one-on-one discussions. It's not been formal or business-like yet. It will be soon because I want to continue a little bit more education and do a few more certificates. I want to do a hormone-specific nutrition certificate.
Amazing.
So I need to study more. Because like I told you, when I do something, I go all in. So I want to do it all in properly.
And you should be like an authority in it, like before you teach, right? Lovely. It was amazing talking to you. I have you this or that. I mean, so I will probably read out few things and you tell me it's like whether, you know, which one you would pick.
Okay.
Cool. Working out in the morning or working out in the evening?
For the longest time, I always used to work out. I talk a lot. Like I told you, I don't believe in extremes. At some stages in your life, working out in the morning would work better. At other stages, it will be in the evening. But generally, now in my 40s, I have more energy in the morning.
In the morning. Getting good sleep or working out by compromising sleep?
Getting good sleep.
Workout for weight loss or workout for well-being?
Well-being.
Okay. Working out half an hour every day or 2 hours every day for 3 days a week?
2 hours is long.
Yeah.
For us,
or any longer hours.
Perimenopausal women.
Okay.
I would say 3 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week, 1 hour. But if you can't fit in the 1 hour, 30 minutes is more than fine.
Every day. Okay. If you're 40, intense workout or low intensity workout?
Low intensity, 100%. But low intensity doesn't mean easy, huh?
Okay.
You can still lift weights, lift your body weights, deadlift heavier than your body weight and hip thrust more.
Okay.
But it needs to be done properly, slowly, with intention.
Okay.
And it needs to be progressive overload.
All right. Intermittent fasting or keto diet?
Like I told you, I don't do intermittent fasting anymore because it messes with me big time.
Okay.
And then I have crashes in the middle of the day.
Okay.
There was a time where I did keto diets to lose weight, but research has shown that keto diets are actually good because keto is the brain's preferred source of energy.
Okay.
And for brain fog and all of that, and also insulin, when it's elevated, it is one of the reasons why people get dementia and Alzheimer's.
Okay.
So I'm not against keto, but
You're not doing. That is a very personal.
I'm not doing either.
Yeah, it's very personal. I mean, it can be.
Yes.
So, do you have anything more to add? Something which I missed out asking you. Something which you wanted to, because you are also on a journey and a mission of. I think in the great mission of taking care of overall well-being of women. I think that's one of the need of an hour. And we, as I told you in the beginning, I hope like more and more men also get educated and take out time and to understand the whole, the hormonal fluctuation that is happening to women and how it is impacting her. So all the very best, and thank you so much for your time. So much. And if you have anything more to add.
There's one thing I want to say, extremes are the worst thing. Okay. Never go into extremes. Moderation is the best thing you can do for your body. Okay. Don't overdo something and don't overcut something. Okay. This is the worst you can do.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. It was lovely being here.